evening, everybody. Lisa's evening here. Thought I'd do a short video. Have a few notes here. I'm gonna kind of look at the notes to make sure I covered a few things I want to cover. Um, and I'm doing this alone because some of the things I might mention, my wife might think they're negative. She doesn't like me to talk about negative things, and I'm not really talking about negative things. I'm just pointing out some things that maybe people may consider to be negative. Put it like that. But anyway, about being here in Ghana. Again, we're in Winneba, which is a small city, but it's right next to where our property is, where we're going to be building in a place called Jahazi. That's how they pronounce it. But anyway, it's real close, within about 3 miles or so. So this is where we're staying because there's really nowhere to stay there. Um, these are some of the things I noticed after we got here that I was kind of surprised about, and but found out. We're finding out things daily actually as we go through each day, try to get things accomplished each day. The first thing is that I didn't know Western Union uh, had any offices where they would receive money but not send money. I thought all Western Union you could send and receive, but in Winneba you cannot send money. You can only receive money, and basically that's because the people here, being relatively poor, never send money, I guess, elsewhere, or very few of them do. So as a result, they cut out that service, so they only receive money here. So for 2 days, I was trying to send money, and it took 2 days and being in line for an hour and a half and all that for me to finally realize after going to 2 or 3 places that no place sends money. I was trying to send some money, not receive money. So I found that out. So that was kind of a shock to me because, like I said, I thought all Western Unions you send and receive. Okay. Another thing that was a shock to me is Ghana is an English-speaking country, or at least if you look on the internet, it'll tell you that. But very few people here speak English. So I was kind of shocked at that. Now, around Accra, which is the capital, uh, English is spoken, basically all over, so everybody understands. But when you get outside of the capital, into the smaller cities or some of the villages or things like, it's like nobody speaks English. Here in Winneba, which, like I said, is where we're at, the children can speak English, but the older people, unless they went to school, do not speak any English. So it's kind of hard getting yourself across to them because the language they speak here in this region is called Fante, and it is completely different than any English. It's a beautiful language, but it's pretty complex language, and I'm not looking forward to learning it, but I know I'll pick it up as we're here because I'll pick up words day by day. I learned another word today, but it's not like English at all. So trying to communicate to the people, you can use sign language and body language and all of that, but it's not that easy for them to understand you because it is a big difference. And that's another thing that surprised me. I said, well, I wanted to be in a country where they spoke English because it would be easier for me. Because as you get older, it's a little bit harder to learn. When you're a child, you can learn languages real quick. As you get older, you got to really set your mind to it and kind of block out all the other things that you got going on in your head and try to focus on a language. So I will pick up words, but as far as fluently, I can't see it right now. I'm not saying it won't happen. But anyway, that kind of shocked me. My glasses on here and see. Another thing I noticed here is change. Getting change is not that easy. Everywhere you go to get change, you got to pay to get change. They don't just like give you change. Now, the Ghanaians can go around to the other Ghanaians in the marketplace, whatever, they can get change. But when you go to get change, it's not that easy to get change. And depending on what you have, what denominations of bills. So it makes it a little rough because in the smaller towns and cities or the villages or whatever, then the people are all independent, entrepreneurs. They do their own business. So a lot of what they sell is like 1 CD, 2 CD, 3 CD. So if you have a $200 200 CD bill or 100 CD bill, then it's very difficult to get change. I know many places we went where we just really couldn't buy anything. They didn't have the change and we didn't have a lower denomination. So that's, that's kind of a challenge. It can be a challenge anyway, because you want to patronize the people, but at the same time, it's hard when you don't have the denominations that they can accept and change. Let me see. The next thing I wanted to mention is okay, getting business done. You have to learn that it's a slower economy. I mean, in the U.S., a lot of times people say we're on CP time, which meant colored people time. For those that are black, know that. It meant that you kind of go at a slower pace. Sometimes people be a little late or whatever. But here, it's on another level. I mean, they just really take their time. They're in no rush, because the sun comes up and the sun goes down, and they just take their days real easy and peaceful. And it's a good thing. But when you come from the West, where everything is rush, 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 you got to get this done, that done, and that done. It's an adjustment, and I'm learning to adjust to it because in order to get something done, you just have to work at the pace that the people here work at. You can go into a place here and people are in line like, I mean, there's so many people in there you would not believe it, and they don't have a numbering system. But everybody just comes in and they just wait, and they'll just sit there and wait. If somebody comes in that's a little more bolder than them and go before them, they don't complain. They just sit there and wait. So it's something to get used to. But my wife and I, we're making that adjustment as far as getting business and getting things done. If you want to do 5 things in a day, if you get to one of them, you're doing pretty good, because to get them all done, you may not make it through the day. Okay. Another thing I want to mention is establishing a bank account. It's not easy here. And from what I understand, that they've had some money laundering problems in the past, so they really guard against people opening accounts. So as a result, it's not that easy to open up an account. It's not impossible, but it's not that easy. A couple other things I'll mention. I said I want to make this short. A couple other things is driving here. You really take your life into your hand driving here, or even riding in a cab here, because I mean, they drive fast, and it's like pedestrian beware, because the cars are coming through. Now they honk, but they're really honking to tell you they're coming and get out of their way, you know. And a lot of the young people here, because most of Africa's young people, they drive like they're playing video games. That's what I mean, it's just like, wow. And you just have to pray and just close your eyes if you have to, or whatever it takes to make it through. But I mean, it's like, it's unbelievable, really, to see. So anyway, I'll mention one more thing, and then I'm gonna get off, and that is, let's see, and that's the people. The people are so nice and friendly here that everybody wants to help you. And sometimes they'll give you the wrong advice, trying to give you the right advice. So it's not meant, anything negative is not meant by it. They really want to try to help you, and they try their best to help you. But you need to find out from maybe more than one person, especially if you don't want to waste your time trying to do something that can't be done. So anyway, some of the things from Ghana that are a little bit different that we're making adjustments to. We still love it, loving it every day. So everybody be blessed, and we'll get back with you soon with a little more of an update. Have a blessed one.